Thank you so much for that, Kathy. Good evening, everyone. My name is Eric Dalangin, and I am a rising senior at Livingston High School, and I am a co-founder of a support group that I had founded with my friends called the Livingston AAPI Youth Alliance. As Livingston public schools begin to rapidly populate with more children every year, adding Asian American Pacific Islander content, or AAPI content, is extremely necessary to our school's curriculum given that Asians make up approximately 27% of the high school's racial population. Though Asians have one of the biggest populations in Livingston, we believe that there is not enough AAPI content implemented in our curriculum. As an Asian American who has lived in Livingston for my entire life and someone who has been a part of the Livingston public school system since the age of 5, I can safely say that I have not gained enough exposure to the AAPI community's history, art, language, or culture. For instance, every year, starting from the summer of kindergarten into the first grade, students are asked to pick 2 to 3 books to read over the summer. And after checking the English language arts K through 5 school webpage for the list of summer book choices elementary school students get to choose from, out of the 120 books listed, only one of them had content relating to the AAPI community. And that one book was Who is Malala Yousafzai by Dinah Brown. However, the problem of not having enough AAPI representation does not end in a list of summer reading books for elementary school students. Every year, my co-founders and I realized that we were never assigned any books that pertain to the AAPI community. Assigning more AAPI-related books like The Name Jar by Yang Suk Choi or Count Me In by Varsha Bahaj will allow for students to understand AAPI content a lot more, especially at a young age. The goal of our group is to spread more AAPI content to not only elementary school students, but to all students in Livingston. As for middle schoolers and high schoolers, simply adding more units in the social studies classes pertaining to the AAPI community would help students grasp and understand AAPI community a lot more. For example, learning about the Vincent Chin murder and the contributions of Filipinos in the labor rights movement and the Chinese massacre of 1871 would allow for students to learn more about more historical AAPI content. More Asian American Pacific Islander content needs to be implemented in our schools, given that Asians make up the second largest racial majority in Livingston, New Jersey, and the third largest demographic in the entire state.